Hello, race fans! Who's ready for the greatest spectacle in racing? This year will be the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500. Now sit back, relax, and crack open another cold one as we race across the bricks once again this year. I hope you're ready for the most thrilling racing you'll witness all year. Even Stevie Wonder has his tickets booked to see this action. I'll explain this event, the prestige, and introduce you to this year's entry list competing for the Borg Warner Trophy. This is your Hater's Guide to the Indianapolis 500. The Indy 500 is the most prestigious motor race in the world and also making up a third of the motorsport's Triple Crown. The fastest racing on Earth will endure a grueling 500 miles around the most illustrious speedway on the planet, all in pursuit to cross the yard of bricks first. The greatest names in racing have competed and won this prestigious race, which first hosted back before TV and reliable refrigeration for beer. This is the highest attended single-day sporting event in the world, bringing in 300,000 raging race fans each year. There is currently 34 cars on this year's entry list, all of whom will be fighting for entry on the 33-car grid come race day. This will include 8 former Indy 500 winners, 4 Indy 500 rookie contenders, and the Dega Boys punching bag, Ol' Hung Money, Kyle Larson, who will attempt his second Indianapolis 500. Qualifying will take place on Saturday and Sunday, the week before race day, where each driver will have an attempt to grab a prestigious starting spot on the grid come race day. The most intriguing aspect of qualifying is the race for the pole to see which car will lead the field to green, as well as bump day, where one unfortunate driver and team will have to pack it up and watch from the grandstands. Now that I've explained the event and the format, it's time to meet the entry list for this year's Indy 500. Driving for Team Penske in the 2 car is back-to-back and defending Indy 500 winner looking to make it a three-peat, Joseph Newgarden, who spent the better part of a year making cameos in Marvel movies where he played both the hero and the villain. Also with Team Penske in the 3 car is Scotty Mac McLaughlin, who like the Beatles also lives in a yellow submarine. Can the Thirsty Threes improve on last year's impressive run and claim his first Indy 500? The final driver for Team Penske in the 12 car is former Indy 500 winner Will Power, who has received last-minute sponsorship from Serta to replace the bed he shit in so bad last season. Can he get those seatbelts tight before he takes the grid in this year's Indy 500? Driving for AJ Foyt in the 4 car is mighty quick David Malukas, who will need the strength of the Incredible Hulk to muscle that car to victory lane. AJ Foyt driver in the 14 car is Santino Ferrucci, who received his private pilot's license in Toronto, then went all in on his commercial license in Tulsa. He has had a very successful tenure at Indianapolis with nothing but a "You Tried" sticker to show for it. Driving for McLaren in the 5 car is Pato O'Ward, who will have the entire country of Mexico in his corner. After finishing second in last year's race, he looks to improve himself to victory, while his boss sits in pit lane with a costume Bozo would be jealous of. Also, driving for McLaren in the 6 car is Indy 500 rookie Nolan Siegel, who seeks to end his Indy 500 on all 4 wheels after an unimpressive qualifying attempt in last year's Indy 500. Driving for McLaren in the 7 car is Christian Lundgaard, who currently sits P3 in the championship standings and looks to find his footing on an oval and capture some Indy magic. The final driver for McLaren in the 17 car is Ol' Hung Money, Kyle Larson, who took lessons from fellow McLaren alum Can't Go Lando Norris in last year's rookie Indy 500 run, then decided to fully step on it and speed in pit lane. Can everyone's favorite, not so best race car driver in the world have a clean run come race day? Driving for Ganassi in the 8 car is Kiffin Simpson, who is only memorable for the geography lesson I received, learning that the Cayman Islands are actually a real thing. Also driving for Ganassi in the 9 car is the GOAT, Scott Dixon, who seems to only get better with age. He has been the forefront of IndyCar for so many years, and it doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. Can he return to Indy 500 glory this year? Lastly, driving for Ganassi in the 10 car is Alex Palou, who has been so dominant it's like watching Prime Jordan play against high school freshmen. The outright undisputed alien looks to not only win his first Indy 500 but his first oval. Can this legendary driver, who is at the top of the world, claim the first leg of the Triple Crown he is destined to achieve? Driving for Rahal Letterman Lanigan in the 15 car is Graham Rahal, whose Indy record is pure disappointment and is more sad than an ASPCA commercial. Maybe he's owed one here in 2025. Also driving for Rahal Letterman Lanigan in the 30 car is Devlin DeFrancesco, who has just as much raw talent as Helen Keller in a sharpshooting competition. Can he actually be on this year's grid post-qualifying? Driving for Rahal Letterman Lanigan in the 45 car is rookie Louis Foster, who will start this year's race with front suspension issues to harness the speed he found in Detroit. Lastly, driving for Rahal Letterman Lanigan is two-time Indy 500 winner Takuma Sato, whose bonsai mentality will either bring him home the checkered flag or the steering wheel after Sunday's big race. Driving for Dale Coyne in the 18 car is Rinus VeeKay, who is in dire need of a back brace after lifting up his entire team this season and reaching out for a sponsorship from Caterpillar, as he's made driving dump trucks cool once again. Also driving for Dale Coyne in the 51 car is rookie Jacob Abel. This Kentucky driver hopes to harness the power of those horses at the Derby as he straps in on race day. Driving for ECR in the 20 car is former Indy 500 winner Alexander Rossi, who looks to rekindle his racing success from the embers of a dying career. Also driving for ECR in the 21 car is Christian Rasmussen, who left everyone in awe with the testicular fortitude he displayed in last year's wild Indy 500. Can he make the top shelf move work in his favor once again come race day? Lastly, driving for ECR in the 33 car is Ed Carpenter, making his 23rd attempt as a semi-retired team owner. Converted oval ace looks to capture his first Indy 500 victory. Driving for Reinbold Cusick in the 23 car is former Indy 500 winner Ryan Hunter-Reay, who had to take his yearly paid vacation from his day job as a landscaper after his incredible resume boost following last year's Indy 500. Joining Reinbold Cusick in the 24 car is part-time race car driver turned broadcaster Jack Harvey, who looks to translate his heroic qualifying speed into race pace. Driving for Andretti in the 26 car is the poster child for Benjamin Button's disease, being the oldest looking 25-year-old on the planet, Colton Herta. Let's hope his plan is to actually stay in his race car rather than taking a halftime break in this year's Indy 500. Also, driving for Andretti in the 27 car is Kyle Kirkwood, street course ace and currently second in the championship standings. Can Kirkwood find himself in victory lane come race day? Joining Andretti in the 28 car is former Indy 500 winner Marcus Ericsson. Can this mighty fast Swede return to his winning ways in this year's Indianapolis 500? Lastly, driving for Andretti in the 98 car is Marco Andretti, whose previous racing success comes on the heels of an extinct racing series. We'll see if his racing talents have also gone extinct. Driving for Meyer Shank in the 06 car is four-time Indy 500 winner Helio Castroneves, who seeks a record-breaking fifth, solidifying himself as the greatest to ever compete at Indy. Let's hope for his sake no lingering PTSD from Daytona hinders his chances come race day. Also driving for Meyer-Shank in the 60 car is Felix Rosenqvist, who has shown great racecraft and a willingness to take risks to put himself at the front of the field late in the Indy 500. And he capitalized this year and claimed his first victory. Lastly, driving for Meyer-Shank in the 66 car is Marcus Armstrong, looking to have himself a clean day as he continues as a dart with no feathers in regards to oval experience. Driving for Juncos Hollinger in the 76 car is Cooter Connor Daly, the biggest goofball in all of motorsports, who appears to have found himself in a prime opportunity thanks to a recent Dollar General sale on comfortable knee pads. Joining Juncos Hollinger in the 77 car is Stingray Robb, who would be the most forgettable driver on the grid if not for his unique name. His list of career accomplishments can fit on a sticky note. Driving for Prema in the 83 car is rookie Robert Schwartzman, who looks to have a clean race in both his and his team's maiden voyage in the Indy 500. Lastly, driving for Prema in the 90 car is Callum Ilott. Now, with his third team in his short IndyCar career, looks to prove his steel and run towards the front come race day. Now that I've introduced you to this year's Indianapolis 500 entry list, leave in the comments below your favorites and dark horses in this year's 109th running of the Indy 500. This 500-mile, 200-lap marathon requires not only the fastest car, but luck only the racing gods can provide. The driver and team that runs a clean race, avoids unpredictable trouble, executes on strategy, keeps a hold of the evolving track conditions, and puts themselves in a great position late will find themselves in victory lane and add their name to the illustrious list of winners in this prestigious event. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, I implore you to click the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date for more great motorsports related content. Make sure to tune in on race day for our watch party as we sit back, relax, and enjoy this year's Indianapolis 500. From everyone at the Dega Boys YouTube channel, we thank you for watching, and we'll catch y'all in the next one. Unless you want to see more, there's a video right there for you to watch, and also our most recent weekly podcast episode. Wow, you're still hanging around. While you're here, you should just click one of those videos. I know you want to. Blah, 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 blah.